Macbeth, Act 3, Scene 3. The same means forest. A park with a road leading to the palace. A park with a road leading to the palace. Enter three murderers. Murderer, first murderer. Who did bid thee join with us? First murderer is asking the third murderer, who asked you to join us? Third murderer, Macbeth. Second murderer, he needs not our mistrust since he delivers our offices and what we have to do to the direction just. So the second murderer is telling, we need not mistrust him, for he reports our duties and tells us what to do exactly as Macbeth directed. Means the second murderer is telling the first murderer that this third murderer has been sent to us so that he can deliver us the piece of information about where to ambush, at what time to ambush. So that's what he has come to deliver us. So do not suspect him. Second murderer, we need not mistrust him, for he reports our duties and tells us what to do exactly as Macbeth directed. The first murderer, then stand with us. The waste yet glimmers with some streaks of day. Now spars the lated traveller apace to gain the timely in and near approaches the subject of our watch. মানে এখনো কিন্তু সূর্যাস্ত হয়নি, এখনো একটু একটু আলো আছে, তাই সময় আসতে দাও, এটাই বলতে চাইছে। Then stand with us here. So the first murderer, when the second murderer assures the first murderer that the third one has come to tell us about the venue and time and when to ambush, all this information he has brought for us, so don't mistrust this person. Then the first murderer tells the third one that then stand with us here. The western sky is still showing a few lingering rays of the sun. The western sky is still showing a few lingering rays of the sun. Now is the time when the belated traveler spurs his horse and rides faster to reach the inn in good time. The person we are waiting for should now be approaching near. So, what the first murderer is telling, then stand with us here. The western sky is still showing a few lingering rays of the sun, means not totally dark yet. The sun has not completely set, and that's why wait a little while. Now is the time when the belated traveler spurs his horse and rides faster to reach the inn in good time. So he is talking about Banquo. That's the he is addressing Banquo as the belated traveler who spars his horse and rides faster to reach the inn in good time. The person we are waiting for should now be approaching near. Third murderer. Liz, hark! I hear horses. So the third murderer is telling, listen, I am getting the sound of the galloping horses. Banquo. Then this he the rest. Then Banquo is telling, give us a light, somebody. Matlab, he's telling in his own heart. Mane, this is a kind of soliloquy. It's written as within, within, within. Mane, he is telling to himself that give us a little light. He is having problems in riding his horse, and that's why he's telling so. Second murderer. Then tease he the rest that are within the note of expectation already are in the court. Second murderer is telling that then it must be Banquo, then it must be Banquo. Others in the list of expected guests have already arrived in the court. So here we can understand that the second murderer doesn't even know Banquo physically. He's he suspects that he assumes that this one is Banquo because the rest of the guests have already reached the banquet table. But this particular person means Banquo, since he has been addressed as belated traveler who spars his horse and rides faster to reach the inn. So that's why he is the last one expected to reach the banquet table, banquet scene. That's why the second murderer says then it must be Banquo. Others in the list of expected guests have already arrived in the court. Ejo. Then this he, the rest that are within the note of expectation already are in the court. First murderer, his horse go about. His horses go about. First murderer says his horses actually go a long way around. Third murderer, almost a mile, but he does usually. So all men do from hence to the palace gate make it their work. So the third murderer is telling that yes, almost a mile round, but usually, like most men, he walks from this place to the palace gate. So the third murderer is telling that yes, almost a mile around, but usually, like most men, he walks from this place to the palace gate. Enter Banquo and flees with a torch. Second murderer, a light, a light. Third murderer, it is he, money, it is he. First murderer, stand to it. Mane, stand ready for the action. The first murderer is asking, directing his telling, his giving command that stand and be ready for the action. Banquo, it will be rain tonight. Means it will rain tonight. First murderer, let it come down. Means let the rain of blows fall upon you then. The first murderer strikes out the light while the others assault Banquo. The first murderer sparks out the light while the others assault Banquo. Banquo, oh treachery, fly good fleance, fly, fly. So they have already, the first murderer strikes out the light while the others assault Banquo. Need to remember this that the first murderer puts out the light, মানে light off করে দিল, while the others assault Banquo. অর্থাৎ the first murderer puts out the light, second and the third murderer assaults Banquo. Banquo, oh treachery, fly good fleance, fly, 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 thou mayest revenge, oh slave, dies fleance, dies. Fleance escapes, মানে Banquo says, oh treachery, flee. Good fleance, flee, flee, flee. Means is Banquo is directing, is commanding, is asking fleance to run away from the place. You may be able to avenge my death. You mayst revenge, O slave. O villain, dies. Mane, you will be able to avenge my death. Banquo is telling his son Fleance. Third murderer, who did strike out the light? Who puts out the light? Third murderer is asking. Fourth murderer, was it not the right thing to do? The first murderer is asking. Wasn't not the way? Third murderer, there is but one down, the sun is flayed. So the third murderer says there is only one dead, the sun has flayed. Second murderer, we have lost. We have lost the larger part of the reward. Means they were about to get reward for two murderers, for the murder of father and for the murder of son. The son has flown away, and we come to know from the conversation, from the speech of the second murderer, that from the statement being made by the second murderer that the larger part of the reward has gone, means they will get the smaller part of the reward. means the larger part of the reward was uh, assigned for the murder of Fleance, Banquo's son, because the witches uh, predicted that but Banquo would be the father to a line of kings, which means that Banquo will not become a king himself, but his descendants will become king. So the descendant is remaining alive means there is every possibility that he'll become the king in future. So that is the reason why Macbeth has assigned this to these three murderers the duty of assassinating Banquo and his son, and the greater part of the reward would go for the one for the murder of his son only, because he is the descendant of Banquo, first murderer. Well, let's away. So first murderer says that let us go and report how much we have done. They go out. Now, Act 3, Scene 4. A room of state in the palace. A banquet prepared. Enter Macbeth, Lady Macbeth, Ross, Lennox, lords, and attendants. I think this is the famous historical, the one of the greatest, one of the dramatically most significant scenes that have ever been enacted in any of Shakespearean tragedies. It's one of the biggest dramatic scenes. It has got a great dramatic experience as far as Shakespearean tragedies are concerned. I think this is that banquet scene, Act 3, Scene 4. A room of state in the palace, a banquet prepared. Enter Macbeth, Lady Macbeth, Ross, Lennox, lords, and attendants. Macbeth, you know your own degrees. Sit down at first and last the hearty welcome. So Macbeth says that you sit down according to your own ranks. It's very common. We know that in an empire, in a kingdom, normally people take their seat according to their own rank. The seat in which the royal people, the royal authorities will sit, or in those seats, normal people, the attendants, the seat of the lords and the seat of the attendants can't be the same, isn't it? So Macbeth asks, he commands the people to sit according to their rank. You know your own rank, sit down accordingly. Once for all, let me accord you a hearty welcome. So he extends his hearty welcome to everybody. Lords, thanks to your majesty. So thank you, majesty. Your majesty means they are addressing the king as your majesty. Macbeth. Our self will mingle with society and play the humble host. Our hostess keeps her state, but in best time, we will require her welcome. So Macbeth says, I myself will mix with you and act as the humble host. Our hostess will remain in her chair of state, but at the most suitable time, I shall request her to speak a welcome. Lady Macbeth, pronounce it for me, sir, to all your friends, for my heart speaks they are welcome. So Macbeth, what he says, I myself will mix with you, means I'll sit with you, act as the humble host, money I will not show any pride to you. I'll sit along with you only. I'll be humble to you. I'll behave like a humble host to you. I'll not behave like a king with you. Our hostess, matlab means Lady Macbeth, will remain in her chair of state. So Lady Macbeth will sit in the chair of state, but at the most suitable time, I shall request her to speak a welcome. And Macbeth will ask Lady Macbeth to speak in front of the guests when it will be required. I think here Lady Macbeth will speak. Macbeth will speak in a way which will show that he is in frantic state. Anyway, Lady Macbeth, pronounce it for me, sir, to all your friends. For my heart speaks, they are welcome. So Lady Macbeth is telling that speak the welcome for me, sir, to all humans. Speak means welcome the rest of the guests on my behalf. From my heart, I welcome them. First murderer appears at the door. Macbeth, see, they encounter thee with their hearts' thanks. So Macbeth is telling, see, the guests respond to you with their heartfelt thanks. Both sides have repaid each other in the show of courtesy. Here I will sit amidst you all. Enjoy yourselves without restraint. I'll soon drink health all round. There is blood on your face. So Macbeth says, see the encounter, see the guests respond to you. Encounter means respond to. The means to you with their hearts thanks. Mane with their heartfelt thanks. And Macbeth is telling his wife that see the guests respond to you with their heartfelt thanks. Both sides are even. Here I'll sit in the midst. Both sides have repaid each other in the show of courtesy. Means Lady Macbeth has also showed courtesy to the guests, and the guests have repaid the courtesy to her. Be large in the in Martanon, we will drink a measure. The table round, there is blood upon thy face. So both sides have repaid each other in the show of courtesy. Here I will see amidst you all. Enjoy yourself without restraint. I'll soon drink health all round. Here I will seat amidst you all means Macbeth says that he'll seat in with the rest of the guests. Enjoy yourselves without restraint. He is asking everybody to enjoy the banquet scene up to the brim. I will soon drink health all round. Goes to the door and speaks to first murderer. Here is blood in your face. So Macbeth goes to the door. Already the first murderer has arrived in the door at the door, and he is telling the first murderer, "See, there is blood in your face." Murderer, then it has to be Banquo's blood. Macbeth, it is better for Banquo's blood to be on your face than to be in Banquo's veins. Has he been killed? Murderer says, yes, my lord. His throat has been cut. I myself did it. So, murderer has come. Macbeth, enter first murderer to the door. Macbeth, see, they encounter thee with their hearts. Thanks, both sides are heaven. Here I'll sit in the midst. Be large in mart anon. We will drink a measure. We will drink a measure means we will drink wine. It's a banquet scene, so it's a scene where they are supposed to eat and drink, isn't it? So that's why he's telling that he'll drink wine. Be large in mart means enjoy. Let us enjoy the party today. Let us enjoy the banquet today. In Martanon we will drink a measure, the table round. There is blood upon thy face. Macbeth goes to the door and tells the murderer that there is blood in your face. Then the murderer said that it says, "'Tis Banquo's then. So this blood must be of Banquo, Macbeth. 'Tis better thee without than be he within. Is he dispatched?" So Macbeth says that it's better that the blood is there in your face, not in Banquo's vein. Murderer, my lord, his throat is cut. That I did for him. I have cut his throat. Macbeth, thou art the best of the throat of the cut throats. Yet he is good that did the like for fleance. If thou didst it, thou art the non peril. So Macbeth says, "You are the best of the cutthroats, but one who did the same to Fleance is equally good." Now Macbeth is coming to the point. Macbeth is telling that you are the best of the cutthroats, but one who did the same to Fleance is equally good. Means Macbeth is suspecting. Macbeth assumes, it's not suspecting, sorry. Macbeth assumes that Fleance is also dead, isn't it? Because it was his direction to kill Fleance as well, along with Macbeth. So he says that even but the one who cut the throat of Fleance is equally good. If you have done it, then you are without an equal in your trade. So Macbeth says, "Thou art the best on the cutthroats, yet he is good that did the hike for Fleance. If thou didst it, thou art the non peril." Murderer, most loyal, sir. Fleance is escaped. So murderer says that most loyal sir Fleance has escaped. Macbeth, then comes my feet again. I had else been perfect, whole as the marble founded the rock, as the rock, as broad and general as the casing air. But now I am cabined, cribbed, confined, bound in to saucy doubts and fears. But Banquo's safe? So Macbeth says, "Then my feet of fear comes over me again. Had Fleance been dead, my satisfaction would have been complete." So Macbeth, now he's telling that, "Then my feet of fear comes over me again." তাহলে আমার ভয় আবার ফিরে আসছে। Had Fleance been dead, যদি Fleance মারা যেত, my satisfaction would have been complete. I would have been solid like marble, firm as the rock, and as free and exuberant as the surrounding air. যদি ফ্লিয়েন্স মারা যেত তাহলে I would have been solid like marble, firm as the rock, and free and exuberant as the surrounding air. But now I am shut in, imprisoned, and fettered by insolent doubts and fears. But has Banquo been certainly murdered? Now, যদি ফ্লিয়েন্স মরে যেত তাহলে আমি সলিড লাইক মার্বেল, ফার্ম অ্যাজ রক, ফ্রি অ্যান্ড এক্সিউবারেন্ট সারাউন্ডিং এর। সি what kind of comparison he's bringing. He's bringing simile. He would have been solid like marble, firm as rock, free and exuberant as the surrounding air. But now I am shut in, imprisoned, and fettered by insolent doubts and fears. So now I am shut in, imprisoned, fettered by insolent doubts and fears. But has Banquo been certainly murdered? So has Banquo been murdered? Murderer. Yes, my good lord, he certainly lies in a ditch with 20 gaping wounds on his head. So Banquo, he tells Macbeth that Banquo is lies in a ditch, 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 with 20 gaping wounds on his head, the smallest of which is enough by itself to cause a man's death. The smallest of which, money, he has got 20 gaping wounds on his head. He lies in the ditch, and the smallest of which is enough by itself to cause a man's death. Macbeth, thanks for that. The grown serpent lies dead there. The younger snake, Maniflians, who has escaped, will by nature become venomous in due course, but is harmless for the present. To the murderer, he says, "You can go now. Tomorrow we shall talk to each other again." So Macbeth is telling that thanks for that. They are the grown serpent lies, the worm that's fled. So from here, let me read out the original text. Murderer, tis Banquo then, money, this blood is of Banquo. Macbeth, tis better thee without than he within easy dispatched. Now, Macbeth says that it's better that the blood is in your face, the blood is outside his body than in his veins. He's talking about Banquo. Murderer, my lord, his throat is cut. That I did for him. Now, the murderer says, yes, Banquo has already been killed, his throat is cut, and I have cut his throat. Now, Macbeth, in this speech, he'll say that equally efficient, equally good is the one who has cut the throat of Fleance. Let's see what he says in the original text. Thou art the best of the cut throats, yet he is good that did the like for Fleance. If thou didst it, thou art the non-peril. Murderer, most royal sir, Fleance is escaped. Now murderer says, sorry sir, but Fleance had flown away. Then Macbeth says, this is that speech where he says that had Fleance been killed, he would have been as firm as solid as marble, as firm as rock, as free and exuberant as the surrounding air. He makes that speech. Let me go through the original text. Then comes my feet again, mane I am again nervous. I had else been perfect. He been killed, then I would have been contented, satisfied, whole as the marble, founded as the rock, and broad and general as the casting air, causing air. But now I am cabined, cribbed, confined, bound in to saucy doubts and fears. But Banquo is safe. Murderer, eh, my good lord, safe in a ditch he bides, with 20 trenched gashes on his head, the least are death to nature. Mane, he has got 20 wounds in his head, gaping wounds on his head, the smallest of which is enough to cause a man's death. Macbeth, thanks for that. Here the grown serpent lies, the worm, money, worm, tapeworm, this worm, that worm, worm, worm. That is the spelling over here. Thanks for that. There the grown serpent lies, the worm that is flayed, hath nature that in time will venom breed. No teeth for the present, get thee gone tomorrow. We will hear ourselves again. This is a very important speech being made by Macbeth. He addresses Banquo as the serpent, the grown serpent. Thanks for that aside. Mani, he is telling in soliloquy, he is telling this, is not telling aloud. The grown serpent, that is Banquo, lies dead there. The younger snake, that is Fleance, who has escaped will by nature. That's why he addresses Banquo as serpent and addresses Fleance as worm, 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 because it is still not a grown snake. The grown serpent, that is Banquo, lies dead there. The younger snake, that is Fleance, who had escaped, will by nature become venomous in due course, but is harmless for the present. You can go now. Tomorrow we shall talk to each other again. So, murderer goes away. Lady Macbeth. My royal lord, you do not give the cheer. The feast is sold. That is not often vouched. While it is a making, 'tis given with welcome to feed were best at home. From thence and sauce to meal is ceremony. Meeting were bare without it. So Lady Macbeth, what she says, my royal lord, you are not welcoming your guests unless repeated welcomes are expressed. A feast is like a paid for meal. Good food itself is better at home, but better at home, but outside one expects more ceremony to make the meal worthwhile. Now, Lady Macbeth, we can see she is becoming a little bit indignant with Macbeth's attitude, and that's why she reprimands to a certain extent. You can't use the word reprimand in your answer, but somehow she cautions, she tells Macbeth, she makes a Macbeth aware of the fact that Macbeth is not behaving properly in front of the guests. He is not being a good host in front of the guests, and that's why she cautions him by telling, my royal lord, you are not welcoming your guests unless repeated welcomes are expressed. A feast is like a paid for meal. Means if you don't uh, give a warm welcome to your guests, then a feast becomes like a paid meal. Food itself is better at home, but when you come outside for having dinner together, one expects more ceremony to make the meal worthwhile. Ejo, Lady Macbeth, my royal lord, you do not give the cheer. The feast is sold. That is not often vouched while 'tis a making. 'Tis given with welcome to feed were best at home. From thence, sauce to meat is ceremony. Mane, without sauce, a meat doesn't taste well. Without soya sauce, tomato sauce, chili sauce, without sauce, our meat does not taste good. In the same way, a feast is not does not have its worth unless there is ceremony outside. When you go out for dinner, when you are in a banquet at the banquet table, it's expected that the feast will have ceremony. So otherwise, it would have been better if everybody had food at home only. So one expects more ceremony to make the meal worthwhile. Macbeth. Sweet remembrance. Now good digestion wait on appetite and health on both. Now Macbeth says, sweetheart, you have reminded me of my duty as a host. Now to the guests is telling, may good digestion follow your appetite and health follow both. Mane, we are going to have dinner together. We are at the banquet table. This is the famous historical banquet scene, and he uh, extends his heartfelt thanks to Lady Macbeth for reminding him of his duty as a host. And addressing his guests is telling that dignitaries, my guests, you should have a good appetite and health and so on, and good digestion and everything. That's what Macbeth says. Sweet remembrance, now good digestion, weight on appetite and health on both. Lennox, will your highness be seated, please? So may it please your highness seat? Lennox asks Macbeth to seat. Macbeth, here now we would have all the nobility of our country under one roof, had only the noble Banquo been present. Now, Macbeth, see how treacherous, how double faced, how cunning he is. He knows Banquo has already been killed, and that's why he's taking his reference. He says that now we would have all the nobility of our country under on one roof had only Banquo been present. The ghost of Banquo enters and sits in the chair meant for Macbeth. Now, as soon as he takes the name of Banquo cunningly, treacherously, he proves to not only to be a hypocrite, but more than that, such a heinous crime has already been committed, and he still is deliberately taking the name of Banquo. As soon as he takes the name of Banquo, that he should have been present here, our feast would have been much better at his presence. All these things when he says hypocritically, treacherously, deliberately, the ghost of Banquo enters and sits in the chair meant for Macbeth. But I should rather blame him for being unkind in depriving us of his company than pity him for any accident which might detain him. So he hasn't noticed that Banquo has already sat on his chair, is already sitting on his chair meant for Macbeth. He continues with his speech. How what he says? But I should rather blame him. He says he should rather blame Banquo for being unkind in depriving them of his company than pity him for any accident which might detain him. So Macbeth says that maybe because of some kind of accident, because of some kind of emergency, because of some reason or the other, Banquo has not reached the banquet scene. Banquo has not reached the dinner table. And that's why he he says that he would not exonerate Banquo. He will rather blame him for being unkind in depriving everybody of his company than pity him for any accident which might detain him. Now, let me go through the original text. May it please your highness sit. Lennox says that, will you sit? Then Macbeth says, here had we now our country's honor roofed, where the graced person of our Banquo present. The ghost of Banquo enters and sits in Macbeth's place. Macbeth doesn't even notice yet. Who may I rather challenge for unkindness than pity for mischance? Mane, I will. I would rather rebuke him for depriving us of his company rather than pity him for any accident which might detain him. Next, Ross. His absence, sir. Ross says his absence, sir, lays blame upon his promise. Please eat your highness to grace us with your loyal company. Ross says that his absence, sir, makes him guilty of not keeping his promise. Will your highness honor us by taking your seat with us? So Ross says his absence, sir, makes him guilty of not keeping his promise. Ross doesn't know that actually Banquo is already dead, and that's why he says that mm, Banquo's absence makes him guilty of not keeping his promise. With your highness, honor us by taking a seat with us. So, will you please sit now, Ross? Before Lennox requested Macbeth to take his seat. Now Ross is insisting Macbeth to take his seat. Ross, his absence lays blame upon his promise. Mane, Banquo did not keep his promise. Please eat your highness. To grace us with your royal company, so will you please take your seat and give us your royal company, Macbeth? The table is full. See, look, he has started now he has started behaving as now we will notice soon we will notice Macbeth driven into total insanity, complete insanity. He'll speak all rubbish over here. He'll speak such words. He will commit, he will say such things which will point towards a heinous crime. Let's see what he does. All the seats at the table are occupied, Macbeth says. Lennox, here is a chair reserved for you, sir. So Lennox says, here is a place reserved, sir. Macbeth, where? Lennox, here, my good lord. What is it that comes your highness? Lennox says that here, my good lord, what is it that makes your highness start? Why are you not seeing your seat? It is there for you. Macbeth, thou canst not say I did it. Never shake. Thy glory looks at me. Now Macbeth says, which of you have played this trick on me? Mane, Macbeth is telling that somebody has played a trick on him. Now, what kind of trick he is trying to hint at, we will come to know later on. Now, lords, what the lords are telling. What? My good lord? Mane, what you are telling? What do you mean, my good lord? Macbeth. Now he is directly addressing Banquo's ghost. Thou canst not say I did it. Never shake, thy glory looks at me. Acha. Macbeth, you cannot say that it was my hand that killed you. You do not shake your blood covered hair at me. Now, addressing Banquo's ghost, Macbeth says that I did not kill you, Banquo. So don't shake your blood-stained hair at me. Ross, gentleman, rise, his highness is not well. So Ross is telling, addressing the guests, gentlemen, get up from your seat. Our king is not well, he is unwell. Lady Macbeth. Sit, worthy friends, my lord is often thus, and hath been from his youth. Pray you, keep seat. The feat is momentary upon a thought. He will again be well. If much you note him, you shall offend him and extend his passion, feet, and regard him not. Are you a man? Now, Lady Macbeth, sit, noble friends. My lord often behaves in this manner. Now, addressing the guests, Ross asks the gentlemen to get up from their seats, telling that Macbeth is unwell. What Lady Macbeth does, Lady Macbeth asks the noble friends to keep seated, to be seated, and tells that Macbeth often behaves in this manner and has been so since his youth. ও অনেক কাল ধরে ইউথ থেকে ওরকম পাগলামি আছে, তাই আপনারা বসে যান, সিট ছেড়ে চলে যাবেন না, আপনারা শান্তিতে খান, ও এরকম করে একটু পরে ঠিক হয়ে যাবে। আই রিকোয়েস্ট ইউ টু কিপ সিটিং, দ্য ফিট ইজ শর্ট লিভড, বেশিক্ষণ এই পাগলামি ওর থাকবে না। হি উইল রিকভার ইন আ মোমেন্ট অর টু, এক দু মোমেন্টেই ঠিক হয়ে যাবে। ইফ ইউ মেক আ ফাস অফ হিম ইউ উইল মেক হিম ওয়ার্স, যদি সবাই উঠে চলে যাবে, একটা মানে সেই বিশৃঙ্খলার সৃষ্টি করো, তাহলে ওর পাগলামি আরো বেড়ে যাবে। ইউ উইল মেক হিম ওয়ার্স অ্যান্ড উইল প্রলং দ্য ফিট, মানে if you go away from here, if you create a fuss over here, it will aggravate his feet. Go on with the feast and pay no attention to him. You better have your dinner. Don't pay any attention to him. Then she reprimands Macbeth. She cautions Macbeth by telling, are you a man? Why are you behaving in this way? Macbeth. Yes, and a bold man of sure. Because I can endure that terrible sight that could frighten the devil. Now, Macbeth says that yes, I am a man and I'm very bold because otherwise I wouldn't dare to look at that devil. That I wouldn't dare to endure the terrible sight that could even frighten the devil. Sorry, he doesn't address Banquo as devil. He says that he can endure the terrible sight of Banquo that could frighten a devil. Yes, and a bold man for sure, because I can endure that terrible sight that could frighten the devil. Lady Macbeth. Macbeth. Oh, nonsense. The spectacle is merely a product of your fear. This is another of your apparitions like that visionary digger which you said guarded your way to Duncan. Of these outbursts and feats, which are merely false fears, would suit a story narrated beside the winter fire by a woman on the authority of a grandmother. Shame on you! Why do you make such strange gestures? After all, you are merely looking at an empty chair. Now, look at the way how Lady Macbeth is behaving. She is in one hand, she is reprimanding Macbeth. On the other hand, she is telling such things which would aggravate the situation, which would aggravate the mistrust, which would aggravate the suspicion all the more. See what she is telling. Oh, poor stuff. This is the very painting of your fear. This is the air drawn dagger which you said led you to Duncan. Oh, these flaws and starts, imposters to true fear, would well become a woman's story at a winter's fire. Authorities by her grandam. Shame itself. Why do you make such faces when all is done? You look but on a stool. So she is telling Lady Macbeth a nonsense. কি nonsense তুমি? The spectacle is merely a product of your fear. যা তুমি দেখছো চেয়ারে এ বসে আছে ও বসে আছে যে স্পেকটাকেলটা দেখছো এটা শুধুই তোমার ভয়ের প্রতিফলন. This is another of your apparitions like that visionary digger. সেই যে ডিগারটা দেখেছিলে সেই ডানকানকে মারার সময় which you said guided your way to Duncan, সেই রকমই আবার একটা feast. Are these outbursts and feasts which are merely false fears, would suit a story narrated beside the winter fire by a woman on the authority of her grandmother. গ্র্যান্ডমাদারের পাশে বসে কোনো ওম্যান যদি কোনো গল্প শোনে তোমার এই পাগলামিগুলো শুধু সেই রকম হচ্ছে. Shame on you! Why do you make such strange gestures? After all, you are merely looking at an empty chair. একটা খালি চেয়ারের দিকে তাকিয়ে পাগলামি করে যাচ্ছ. Macbeth. Prithee, see there. Behold, look, lo, how say you? So Macbeth says, I asked to look there. Look, look, look. What do you say? The chair is not empty. Addressing Banquo's ghost. Why, what care I? If thou canst speak to, if charnel houses and our graves must send, those that we bury back our monuments shall be the mow of kites, ghost disappears. Now, addressing Banquo's ghost, what Macbeth says, why should I be scared of you? If you can shake your head, you can speak too. কেন তোমায় দেখে আমি ভয় পাবো? হ্যাঁ, ড্রেসিং ব্যাঙ্কুস গোস্ট ইজ টেলিং। তুমি যখন তোমার বেশ চুল মাথা নাড়াতে পারছো তখন তুমি আমার সাথে কথাও বলতে পারবে। কথা বলো তাহলে। Why are you not speaking to me? If those we bury can come out of the tombs and graves, we could permit the birds of prey to devour the dead bodies. Now see, he is himself telling that the if the dead bodies that we have already buried, money he knows that Banquo is dead, and that's why he's telling that the dead bodies which are already in the graves and tombs, if they come out, then we can also ask the birds of prey to devour their dead bodies. We can ask the um, scavenger birds to devour on the dead bodies. This is not scavenger actually. Vultures and kites, they are not only scavengers, there is another word for this particular type of bird. Birds of prey, scavenger birds, and many other. The birds which feed on the flesh of dead animals, those kind of birds. We can also ask them to eat away your dead body. Lady Macbeth, ghost disappears. What quiet, unmanding folly? So Lady Macbeth says, what have you lost your manliness by being foolish? Macbeth, blood hath been shed ere now in the olden time, ere human statue parched the gentle wheel, ay, and since two mothers have been performed, too terrible for the ear, the time has been that when the brains were out, the man would die, and there an end. But now they rise again with 20 mortal martyrs on their crowns and push us from our stools. This is more strange than such a martyr is. So Macbeth is telling that blood has been shed before now. Macbeth is telling that already have killed. In the old days, before benevolent laws made the society civilized, bloodshed কিন্তু তখন থেকে হচ্ছে সোসাইটি সিভিলাইজড হওয়ার আগে থেকে। বিফোর বেনিভোলেন্ট লজ মেড দ্য সোসাইটি সিভিলাইজ, সো সিভিলাইজড বানাবার আগে থেকে, বেনিভোলেন্ট ল যখন সোসাইটিকে সিভিলাইজড বানিয়েছিল তার আগে থেকে কিন্তু ব্লাডশেড হচ্ছে। Yes, and since that time also murders which are frightening to hear about have been committed. Yes, since that time তখন থেকে কিন্তু মার্ডার্সও কমিটেড হচ্ছে, which are frightening to hear about have been committed. There has been a time, একটা এমন সময় ছিল when a man's brain would be knocked out, he would die and the matter would end there. একটা সময় ছিল যখন মানুষকে মেরে ফেলা হতো এবং সেইটা ওইখানেই শেষ হয়ে যেত, কোনো ল, কোনো কোর্ট, নাথিং, নো প্রোটেস্টস, নাথিং ইউজ টু বি দেয়ার. But now the killed rise from their graves again with 20 fatal wounds on their heads and occupy seats. This is stranger than such a murder itself. বলছে তখন তো কোনো জাস্টিস ফাস্টিস ল, নাথিং ইউজ টু বি, পানিশমেন্ট, নাথিং ইউজ টু বি দেয়ার। কিন্তু এখন আবার হয়েছে কি, গ্রেভ থেকে 20 ফেটাল উন্ডস নিয়ে মানুষ, মাথায় 20 ফেটাল উন্ডস নিয়েও নাকি মানুষ বেরিয়ে আসছে আর চেয়ারে বসে পড়ছে। দিস ইজ স্ট্রেঞ্জ দ্যান সাচ আ মার্ডার ইটসেলফ। Lady Macbeth, my worthy lord, your noble friends do lack you. My lord, your noble friends are missing your company. Why are you behaving in this way? Macbeth, I forgot about them. Again, he's telling Lady Macbeth that he has forgotten about the guests. Now addressing the guests, what he says, let's see. My worthy friends, do not wonder at my behavior. So, addressing his guests, is telling, do not wonder at my behavior. I suffer from a strange weakness which is insignificant to those who know me well. I suffer from a strange weakness which is insignificant to those who know me well. Come, I wish love and health to all. I will sit down. Give me some wine. Fill my glass to the brim. I drink to the happiness of all present at the feast, and also to the health of our dear friend Banquo, who's absent. I wish he were present here. Ghost enters. I wish to drink to all present and to him, Mane Banquo. Let everybody drink to everybody. Mane, what he says, let's see. My worthy friends, do not wonder at my behavior. আমার behavior দেখে অবাক হয় না। I suffer from a strange weakness which is insignificant to those who know me well. যারা আমায় চেনে তাদের কাছে আমার এই পাগলামি, এইসব মানে ফিটস, এগুলো, এইসব উইকনেস আমার, তাদের কিছু যায় আসে না। কাম, আই উইশ লাভ অ্যান্ড হেলথ টু ইউ অল। আমি সবাইকে তোমাদের লাভ আর লাভ মানে আই ওয়ান্ট টু এক্সটেন্ড মাই লাভ অ্যান্ড আই উইশ হেলথ ফর ইউ অল। I will sit down, আমি এখানে বসবো। Give me some wine, আমাকে একটু ওয়াইন দাও। Fill my glass to the brim, uh, he wants his glass to be full of a wine. I drink to the happiness to all present at the feast and also to the health of our dear friend Banco who's absent. আমি তোমাদের নামে মানে তোমাদের হ্যাপিনেসের কথা উইশ করে, হেলথের কথা উইশ করে, আর ব্যাংকোর কথাও মনে করে, যে কিনা এখন অ্যাবসেন্ট, আমি আই ড্রিঙ্ক দিস গ্লাস অফ ওয়াইন। আই উইশ হি ওয়ার প্রেজেন্ট হিয়ার। আগেন ইজ টেকিং দ্য নেম অফ Banco. The ghost enters again. I wish to drink to all present and to him, Banco. Let everybody drink to everybody. Mane, let everybody wish, have good wishes for the rest of the people. Let me to go through the original text here. Macbeth, I do forget. Do not muse at me. মানে আমায় দেখে এরকম তোমরা হয়েও না, বিচলিত হয়েও না, ওয়ান্ডার করো না আমায় দেখে। My most worthy friends, I have strange infirmity which is nothing to those that know me. Come, love and health to all. Then I will sit down, give me some time, feel full. I drink to the general joy on the whole table, and to our dear friend Banquo, whom we miss. Would he were here? Enter Ghost. To all and him we thirst, and all to all. We offer our homage and a toast in your honor. Our duties and the pledge. So we offer our homage and a toast in your honor. মানে একটা toast ওরা খাচ্ছে in the honor of uh, Macbeth. Now again Macbeth is telling something to the ghost. Go away and get out of my sight. Let the earth hide you. Your bones were hollow. Your blood is cold. You have no power of vision in those eyes with which you are staring hard at me. So, addressing the ghost of Banquo, what Macbeth says, Avaunt. Avaunt money. Go away. Avaunt. Avaunt means go away. And quit my sight. Go away out of my sight. Let the earth hide thee, মানে the earth, মাটি যেন তোমাকে হাইড করে দেয়। Thy bones are marrowless, মানে he is already dead. Thy blood is cold. How can the blood remain hot anymore? Because he is already dead, so the blood is cold. Thou hast no speculations in those eyes. You cannot see anymore, which thou dost glare with the eyes you are looking at me. Lady Macbeth, think of this, good peers, but as a thing of custom, 'tis no others. Only it spoils the pleasure of the time. Lady Macbeth is telling that, good lords, consider this behavior something usual. It is nothing else, only it spoils the pleasure of the feast. Macbeth. To the ghost, what man dare I dare? Approach thou like the rugged Russian bear, the armed rhinoceros, or the Hircan tiger. Take any shape but that, and my firm nerves shall never tremble or be alive again, and dare me to the dearest with thy sword. If tremble I inhabit, then protest me, the baby of a girl, hence horrible shadow, unreal mockery, hence. So, what he is telling Macbeth, let's see. I have the courage to do what any man can do. To the ghost is telling, come to me in the form of a wild Russian bear, a wild Russian bear form নিয়ে এসো, or of horned rhinoceros, or of Hyrcanian tiger. Take any form except of that. মানে গোস্টের ফর্ম ছাড়া তুমি wild Russian বেয়ারের ফর্ম নাও, horned rhinocerosের ফর্ম নাও, or of Hyrcanian tigeরের ফর্ম নাও. Take any form except that of a ghost, and my strong sinews will never tremble. Sinews, sinews will never tremble or take the human form again. Challenge me with your sword at a lonely place. If then I continue to tremble, shall that I am mere girl's doll. বলছে and my strong sinews will never tremble. আমার হাত, আমার এই নার্ভ কিচ্ছু কাঁপবে না। সাইনিউজ মানে নার্ভ, কিচ্ছু কাঁপবে না। টেক দ্য হাম্বল হিউম্যান ফর্ম আগেইন, আবার তুমি গোস্ট না হয়ে মানুষের ফর্ম নাও। চ্যালেঞ্জ মি উইথ ইউর শোড অ্যাট আ লোনলি প্লেস, একটা লোনলি প্লেসেও তুমি শোড নিয়ে আমার সাথে চ্যালেঞ্জ করো, আমি তোমার সাথে মানে ফাইট করতে, মোকাবিলা করতে রাজি আছি। ইফ দেন আই কন্টিনিউ টু ট্রেম্বল, তারপরেও যদি আমি কাঁপতে থাকি, সে দ্যাট আই অ্যাম আ মিয়ার গার্লস ডল, তাহলে আমি একটা বাচ্চা মেয়ের পুতুল হয়ে যাব, মানে একটা পুতুল তাহলে আমি হয়ে যাব। গো অ্যাওয়ে হরিড গোস্ট, ইমাজিনারি শ্যাডো, বি গন। হরিড গোস্ট, এখান থেকে দূর হও, শ্যাডো দূর হও, গোস্ট ডিসঅ্যাপিয়ার্স। হোয়াই? দ্যাট ইজ রাইট। নাও দ্যাট হি ইজ গন, আই হ্যাভ রিগেইনড মাই ম্যানলিনেস। আই এন্ট্রিট ইউ টু সিট কামলি, আমার ম্যানলিনেস ফিরে এসছে, গোস্ট পালিয়ে গেছে, গোস্ট ডিসঅ্যাপিয়ার্স। দ্যাট ইজ রাইট। নাও that he is gone, the ghost has gone, I have regained my manliness, telling to the guests, I entreat you to sit calmly. শান্ত হয়ে বসো, গোস্টদেরকে নিজেই বলছে ম্যাকবেথ। লেডি ম্যাকবেথ, you have ruined the merriment and confused the cheerful gathering with your most amazing and wild behavior. Now Lady Macbeth is telling that you have displaced the mirth, broke the good meeting with most admired disorder. Macbeth, তুমি একদম ইয়েটাকে রুইন করে দিয়েছো, নষ্ট করে দিয়েছো পুরো ফিস্টটাকে আজকের। ম্যাকবেথ, ক্যান সাচ থিংস, মানে গোস্টদেরকে বলছে, অ্যাজ দিস গোস্ট exist and passed over us quickly as a summer's cloud without particularly surprising us. বলছে এই গোস্টরা কি পাস ওভার আস কুইকলি অ্যাজ আ সামার ক্লাউড, একটা সামারে যেমন কথায় কথায় মেঘ হয়, অমনি গোস্টটাকে কি এতই ফালতুভাবে, এতই একটা সামারের মেঘের মতো ভেবে এড়িয়ে যাওয়া যায় নাকি? উইদাউট পার্টিকুলারলি সারপ্রাইজিং আস, তা সে তো সারপ্রাইজ করবেই লেডি মকবেথকে। হি ইজ টেলিং ক্যান সাচ থিংস মানে অ্যাজ দ্য গোস্টস পাস ওভার আস কুইকলি অ্যাজ আ সামার্স ক্লাউড উইদাউট পার্টিকুলারলি সারপ্রাইজিং আস। You make me wonder about my own nature when I consider that you can endure such sights and retain the natural color of your cheek, while my cheeks have become pale with fear. দিয়ে বলছি ইউ মেক মি ওয়ান্ডার, তুমি আমাকে ওয়ান্ডার করতে বাধ্য করছো অ্যাবাউট মাই ওন নেচার, আমার নেচারের ব্যাপারে। when I consider that, যখন আমি মনে করি, you can endure such sights and retain the natural color of your cheeks, তুমি এইরকম সাইট এন্ডিওর করতে পারো, আর তোমার মানে কি করে তুমি সুন্দর আরামসে আছো এরকম সাইট দেখে। রিটেইন দ্য ন্যাচারাল কালার অফ ইউর চিক্স while my cheeks have become pale with fear, মানে he expects that Lady Macbeth, he assumes, he is sure about the fact that Lady Macbeth has also seen the ghost of Banquo. Then he wonders how Lady Macbeth's cheeks color has not faded, whereas his has become pale with fear. Ross, what sights, my lord? Now Ross asks, what sights you're talking about, my lord? Lady Macbeth, I pray you, speak not. He grows worse and worse. Question enrages him. At once, good night. See, stand not upon the order of your going, but go at once. Now, Lady Macbeth understands that more questions will come up and the cat will come out from the bag. So that's why she says that, no, asks Ross not to question Macbeth anymore, Ajo. I request you not to speak to him. His condition is getting worse and worse. Questions make him excited. Good night to all. Ignore the order of precedence in your going, but depart at once. সবাই বেরিয়ে যাও, চলেই যেতে বলছে এবার। Lennox, good night and better health. So Lennox wishes good night to everybody and better health to everybody. Lady Macbeth. A kind good night to all. Lady Macbeth says, a kind good night to all. Lords and attendants go out. Macbeth, it will have blood, they say. Blood will have blood. Stones have been known to move, and trees to speak. Orgies and agios and understood relations have by maggot pipes and CHOUGHs cows. Maggot pipes are cows মানে maggot pipes মানে magpies are jackdaws. Uh, Relations have maggot pies and cows, and rooks brought forth the secretest man of blood. What is the night? So Macbeth says, the murdered will demand the blood of the murderer. It's very natural. সবাই এখন বেরিয়ে গেছে, exit lords and attendants. Now Macbeth says যে murderer সবসময় will demand the blood of the murderer. Murdered will demand the blood of the murderer. It is said that blood will have blood. It is known that gravestones have moved and trees have spoken to disclose murderers. Such a important speech. It is one of the most important speeches of this drama from Act 3, spoken to disclose by omens or properly understood rumors have revealed through the odd behavior of magpies, crows, rooks, murders committed in utmost secrecy. What time of night it is? He's asking about the time. So Macbeth is telling that murdered will demand the blood of the murderer, number one. Number two, it is said that blood will have blood. Number three, it is known that gravestones have moved and trees have spoken to disclose murders. Number four, omens or properly understood rumors have revealed through the odd behavior of magpies, crows, and rooks murders committed in utmost secrecy. প্রয়োজনে ম্যাগপিস ক্রোজ তারাও মার্ডারের কথা এসে বলে দেয়, মানে মার্ডার never remains a secret. It is always revealed some way or the other. That's what Macbeth says. Then he asks about the time. Lady Macbeth, almost at odds with morning, which is which. Now, Lady Macbeth is telling that the night is almost at variance with the morning, so that it is hard to say whether it is night or dawn. Mane, almost morning has approached. Macbeth, how sayest thou that Macduff Danes defeats his person at our great biding, defies his person at our great biding, defies his person মানে refuses his presence. তো Macbeth বলছে, what do you say to the fact that Macduff refuses his presence, মানে Macduff has also not turned out in their dinner despite our royal invitation. They have um, invited Macduff also, but he hasn't come. Oh, here we come to know that even Macduff hasn't come to the feast. Lady Macbeth, did you send to him, sir? Did you send for him, Macbeth? I heard it by way, but I'll send. There is not a one of them, but in his house I keep a servant feed. I will tomorrow, and betime I will to the weird sisters. Now Macbeth says, I heard it. There is not a single lord in whose household I have not posted a paid servant to spy him. কি বলছে? I heard it. যে ও আসেনি. His refusal. I heard it casually যে ও আসেনি. But I will send for him. এবার ম্যাকবেথের মাথায় আসছে যে ম্যাকডাফ কেন এলো না, তাহলে কাউকে পাঠাতে হবে ওর ঘরে ব্যাপারটা জানার জন্য। আমিও তো ক্যাজুয়ালি ব্যাপারটাকে দেখেছিলাম যে আসেনি তো আসেনি। There is not a single lord in those households have not posted a paid servant to spy on him. যে কোনো স্পাইকে ওর বোধহয় ঘরে এখনো রাখা হয়নি। I will go tomorrow and go very early to the witches. বলছে আবার আমি witches এর কাছে যাবো। এই যে I heard it by the way, আমি এটা ক্যাজুয়ালি শুনেছিলাম যে ও আসেনি ম্যাকডাফ, but I'll send কি কাউকে একটা পাঠাবো জানার জন্য। There is not one of them but in his house I keep a servant freight, মানে পেইড ব্রাইবড, আমি ওর বাড়িতে একটা পেইড সার্ভেন্টকে রেখেছি টু স্পাই অন হিম। আই উইল গো টুমরো, আমি ওই উইচেস এর কাছে কাল যাব, টু দ্য উইয়ার্ড সিস্টার্স। মোর শ্যাল দে স্পিক, দে উইল গিভ মি মোর ইনফরমেশনস। For now I am bent to know by the worst means the worst. I am now determined to know the worst through the worst means, মানে সবচেয়ে খারাপটা আমি আজকে জেনেই নিতে চাই সবচেয়ে খারাপ লোকগুলোর কাছ থেকে, মানে ভূতগুলোর কাছ থেকে। In my own interest, it's for mine own good, all causes shall give way, আমার নিজের ভালোর জন্যই আমি এটা করব। I am in blood stepped in so far that should I wade no more, returning were as tedious as go over. Strange things I have in head that will go hand, which means be acted ere they may be scanned. কি বলছে, দে উইল গিভ মি মোর ইনফরমেশন, ভূতগুলো আমাকে আরো ইনফরমেশন দেবে। আই এম ডিটারমিন্ড টু নো দ্য ওয়ার্স্ট টু দ্য ওয়ার্স্ট মিনস দ্যাট ইজ ফ্রম দ্য উইচেস, আই এম ডিটারমিন্ড টু নো দ্য ওয়ার্স্ট থিংস ফ্রম দ্য ওয়ার্স্ট ক্রিচার দ্যাট ইজ দ্য উইচেস। ইন মাই ওন ইন্টারেস্ট আই উইল গিভ আপ অল স্ক্রুপলস, আমার নিজের জন্যই আমার আর কোনো স্ক্রুপলস, কোনো মানে অনুশোচনা কিচ্ছু রাখবো না যে এটা করবো না, এটা অন্যায়, এরকম কোনো ধরনের স্ক্রুপলস আমি রাখবো না। আই উইল নট রিমেইন স্ক্রুপুলাস এনিমোর। I have gone so far in murders that even if I were to shed no more blood, a retreat would be as difficult as going on with bloodshed. বলছে আজকে যদি আমি হঠাৎ ঠিক করি যে আই উইল নট গো মার্ডার এনি মোর, তাহলে রিট্রিটটাও ততটাই ডিফিকাল্ট হয়ে যাবে ব্লাডশেডের মতো। তো তাহলে ইটস বেটার আই গো ফর ব্লাডশেড অনলি। আই হ্যাভ স্ট্রেঞ্জ প্ল্যানস, আমার অদ্ভুত সব প্ল্যান মাথায় আছে। দোজ অফ মার্ডারিং ম্যাকডাফ, মানে হি ইজ থিঙ্কিং অফ মার্ডারিং ম্যাকবাডাফ অ্যাজ ওয়েল, ইন মাই মাইন্ড উইচ মাস্ট বি ইমপ্লিমেন্টেড বিফোর আই গিভ দেম আ সেকেন্ড থট। আমি সেকেন্ড থট দেওয়ার আগে, মানে ভাবার আগেই আমি এই কাজগুলো মানে করে ফেলবো। মানে হি হ্যাজ আন্ডারস্টুড, তাহলে হোয়াট হি হ্যাজ ডিসাইডেড, ফার্স্ট হি হ্যাজ ডিসাইডেড টু গো টু দ্য উইচেস টু নো অ্যাবাউট ফিউচার। Second, without keeping any scruples in his mind, what next decision is, he will uh, he is his next planning is to kill Macduff as well. Third is he knows that he has gone so far in murders that even if he wants to shed no more blood, a retreat would be as difficult as going on with more bloodshed. And the fourth one is he has some strange plans in his mind which must be implemented before he gives a second thought. Lady Macbeth, you lack the season of all nature's sleep. So you need sleep, which acts as a preservative to men of all temperaments. Macbeth, come, we will go to sleep. My strange and self abuse is the intimate fear that once had use. We are yet but young indeed. So Macbeth is telling that, Acha, Lady Macbeth is telling that you lack season of all nature's sleep. So Lady Macbeth is telling that Macbeth needs sleep. What Macbeth says, let's see. Come, let us go to sleep. My strange delusion is the result of a beginner's fear that needs more experience. Mane, he is considering himself to be a beginner. Mane, he is somehow he is in a way he is admitting that he has become a murderer, and and he is considering himself to be a beginner in this work that needs more experience, means he needs to acquire more experience by murdering more. That's what he says. See, come, we will go to sleep. My strange and self abuse is the initiate fear. Mane? Initiate fear that once hard use, we are yet but young indeed. This is how we have come to the end of Act 3, Scene 4. The famous banquet scene ends here. It's over, done and dusted. We have already done with Act 3, Scene 4. The banquet scene, the dramatically one of the most dramatically most important scenes of not only this tragedy but of all the tragedies written by William Shakespeare.